Well, I'm out here, and I hope you guys can hear me all right. I realized just as I got out here that I forgot my mic. I thought I had it on the camera, but I was moving too quick. Turns out I did not have it on the camera. So I'm hoping the in-camera microphone does a good enough job. I'm trying something new today. And this is something that I've wanted to do for a while, but never really had the courage or the determination to get up and actually do it on my own. I basically grew up with a camera in my hand, and I've loved making videos for as long as I can remember, honestly. Just random videos with friends, videos by myself. I'd go around the house with our family camcorder and I'd just make dumb videos, magic tricks, magic shows. Quite literally, as long as I can remember, I've had a camera in the family and I've been making videos, and that's what I did to cure boredom. It's what I did in my pastime. It's what I did for enjoyment. It's something I've always loved to do, and it's something I'm always going to continue to love to do. And I've reached a point in my life where I've been kind of bummed out. I get bummed out every once in a while because I'm not taking the time to actually do the things that I love to do, and one of those things is making videos. I used to only make videos when I'd go on trips or for school with friends back in high school, but now that I'm an adult, living an adult life, working 40+ hour weeks, I do find it hard to make the time to get out there and make videos. And that's for a number of reasons. I feel like a lot of it is I don't really know what to make a video about, and that quickly makes me lose motivation. Because if I don't know what to make a video about, I'm not feeling particularly motivated to make a video about something, I just won't even do it. I won't even pick up the camera and try. And it's just a bummer to come to that realization, and it's a bummer that I'm letting that happen. So, in an effort to get over that lack of determination and that lack of motivation, I'm out here now doing the thing. It's something, like I said, that I've wanted to do for a while, and now I'm out here doing it. I've always found that talking to the camera just moved down a little bit. Visual effects. I've always found that talking to the camera about anything going on in life has always helped me, kind of decompress a little bit. There's something rewarding to me about talking to the camera, and at points it really does feel like I'm talking to someone else, but no one else needs to be there. Like I said, I've been making videos for a while. Most of my YouTube channel is videos of my travels, vlog style videos of my dad and I going hiking and various trips that I've been on. And what I find when I edit these videos is how much I yap. Like, I just talk. I go on tangents. I start saying one thing, I try to tell a story, and next thing you know, I'm talking about something completely random. And I just find that I just keep talking and I keep talking. Because part of it feels really good. Another part of it is, I don't know, I just don't know when to stop. I'm not very structured, not very organized. My brain's usually running at a million miles a minute. And so it's hard to latch onto one thought and try to get that out. It's easy for me to get distracted and jump around and go from one thing to another. But I love talking to the camera, and I find that I yap a lot, and it is relieving. It's almost a form of therapy for me, I find. Just sitting down, letting things off my chest, and talking to the camera. And it really feels good. It makes me feel complete. It makes me feel whole, because that's all I've known for so long. That's kind of what I did to comfort myself when I was a child, maybe. Just go to my room and make a dumb video. And that's always kind of brought me peace. That's always made me feel happy. And that's something that's really true to my core. And so I'm trying to do that more, because how dumb is it to not do something that makes you feel so complete, makes you feel so good? This feels like it's a part of me. Having this camera set up in front of me, coming out here and yapping, feels like it's a part of me. So how dare I neglect that, Even on the drive over here, I was a little worried. There's so many things that I want to talk about. It's probably not all going to happen in this video, but if this is something I continue to do, which I plan to do, it's part of my game plan here, but there's so many things that I want to talk about, and usually there's always a bunch of things I want to talk about. I was worried that I'd get so sidetracked and bounce from topic to topic that I would never get out a clear message. And I think part of that mindset is also a big part of why I hadn't done it in the past, is because I kind of discouraged myself. I'm like, I don't have a script, I don't have a game plan. If I just go out there and rant, I'm gonna eventually lose sight of what I wanted to come out there and talk about in the first place. So I felt discouraged just a little bit even on the way here. I'm like, what am I even gonna talk about? Is it gonna make any sense? Is it even gonna be a good video? And that's where I find I put a lot of pressure on myself. I put a lot of pressure on myself for things to be perfect. I have an idea in my head of what I want something to look like, my vision, and if it doesn't check every single box and if it doesn't happen the way I envisioned it, then it's not perfect, it's not gonna be good, it's not even worth doing it, which is such a limiting mindset, and I think is another big reason for why I haven't done things like this in the past. I've really been standing in my own way for a lot of things in life, and it's a real good realization when you notice that. At the end of the day, I just need to get out of my own way and do the things I want to do the things I love. Another thing I wanted to touch on while I'm out here is I kind of have a fear of, I have social anxiety, I guess you might say. So I was trying to figure where I wanted to come and set up the camera to make this video, and the idea of doing that in front of anybody in public does not sit well with me. I don't like that at all. The idea of people watching me, people wondering what I'm doing. But it's one of those things you gotta realize, really no one cares. No one gives a shit. Everyone's living their own life, everyone's doing their own thing. They might think it's a little funny. They might wonder what you're doing, but they're gonna go home, they're gonna go on to the next thing. 5 minutes later, they're probably not even gonna think about what you're doing or who you were. Even right now, there's people walking down the road with their dog in this park. And I find myself wanting to stop talking to the camera. But I'm gonna challenge myself to keep talking to the camera to help get over that fear, that social anxiety. So part of me wanted to find the perfect spot, the perfect park where it's super secluded and I had no one to talk, no one around to listen to what I was talking about. But then I kind of was like, that's dumb, that's ridiculous. I need to get better at facing those fears and coming to the realization that, again, I'm my biggest enemy. I'm in my own way. None of these people out here, if there even are people out here, no one's gonna care what I'm doing at the end of the day. They're just gonna think I'm a guy in a park talking to a camera, and that's that. And everyone's gonna go on about their merry ways and forget about it at the end of the day. So that's something that I've used to limit myself in the past as well, is that fear of social anxiety. There's a couple people in the park. A lot of them are far away. Some of them are right in front of me right here. And it's not so bad. These people walked by, they didn't even look at me. It's not so bad. In the past, I would have just stopped talking, sat here for a minute, and then picked up where I left off. But it actually feels really good to keep going, because no one cares. And that's a fun thing to realize. It's hard to practice. I mean, it's hard to face your fears. It's hard to come to that realization, because everyone's on some level scared of being judged and a little afraid of judgment. But life is too short to care about what other people think of you. If you want to go out in the park, set up a camera and talk to it, go out in the park, set up a camera and talk to it. It's really that simple at the end of the day. So that's what I'm trying to practice here today. Another thing that I will mention in this here video is I've seen a challenge going around online, people trying to use less filler words. They'll sit down and they'll record themselves for a minute and try to use less filler words. That's something that I've wanted to try and want to do, and I'm trying in this video. I'm trying right now to not use as many filler words as I can. I'm sure some slip out here and there because it's such second nature. But I do catch myself a lot using a lot of filler words, like, so, And that's just my brain thinking about what to say next. But I think it's okay to pause, think about what you're going to say, and then say it. I've always felt this need to fill that gap, dead air, you know? I don't like having dead air. It doesn't sit right with me sometimes. And so I use filler words, like a lot of people do. It's another one of those things where I edit my videos, and I'm cutting out a lot of filler words. You'd be amazed how many minutes of footage can be cut down just from cutting out filler words. So I sit there sometimes editing these videos, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't get a clear, concise sentence out. Clear, concise sentence out. I'm just sitting there saying, like, so, I'm wandering, I'm thinking, I'm blah, 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 blah. Which, when you do a video unscripted, that happens. But it happens a little more than it should, more than it needs to. So I'd like to challenge myself going forward with these videos and just in my everyday life. I'd like to try to speak more clearly, more concisely, cut out filler words, talk with intention. I think it's really important to do things with intention and be intentional with everything you do in life. I think it's important to be intentional, and I think you get a lot of rewards out of doing that. Personal growth. I just think it's an important thing to practice. So I'm going to practice being intentional with my speaking and cut out some filler words. Really is a beautiful day. Really is. It is March 1st today, which means spring is right around the corner, and I could not be more excited. I'm such an outdoorsy person. Everything I love, live and breathe is outdoors. So winters can get a little hard for me. I've been trying to do more outdoor winter activity. I've never been a huge outdoor winter activity. Never got huge into ice fishing. Didn't really have the money to go skiing, snowboarding. So in the past, I've spent my summers indoors, not doing a whole lot, and that can really catch up to you. Seasonal depression and seasonal affective disorder is really a real thing, and it can be effective in making you feel not so great from time to time. So when you have these beautiful spring days, early spring, late winter, where the sun's shining, you get to see the blue sky again, you feel that vitamin D, it really snaps you back into a good mood. And it's always amazed me at how effective that is. And I just love being outside. So my intention with these videos is hopefully weekly, get outside, be in nature, set up the camera, and just speak whatever has been on my mind that week or that day. Pick a topic or not pick a topic. It could be anything. Like I've said, I feel a sense of relief, and it feels good to just sit down and talk it out to the camera. And maybe that style of content isn't for everybody, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here doing this for me. I think that's another huge realization, is a lot of people do things for other people, myself included. I'm a huge people pleaser. And I think especially with content creators and making stuff online, people make stuff that's perfectly tailored to their audience and trying to get the most clicks and virality. But I think it's easy to get lost in that process of trying to generate the next big hit. I think an underappreciated side of YouTube is the people who have a really niche content and they don't change it. They're true to themselves and they stick with it, and they get a small fan base and they just keep doing it for the love of the game. And that's something that I really admire and want to do more of myself. I don't need to do this for other people. I need to do this for myself because it feels good, it feels right. It's who I am. I need to get outside and talk to the camera for a couple of minutes and upload it. That's just what I'm feeling. It's been about 15 minutes. This feels really good. I'm glad I did this. And I'm glad that I am giving myself a chance to pursue my passions and to do the things that make me happy. So today's message is do the thing. Everybody's got a thing. Everybody's got something they're passionate about and they love to do. And I just hope people don't lose sight of that. I hope people can pick up whatever it is they love and go do it for the sake of doing it. All right. I guess we'll see you in the next one. Take care.